Okay guys, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go over with you how we write in solfege pitch names. We've been working on labeling pitches on the staff using letter names. So we're in the treble staff. That would be Elvis's guitar broke down Friday for the lines, face, F-A-C-E for the spaces. If I use actual letters to label this would be, this is middle C by the way. If you remember from last week, that's middle C, okay? It's hanging by one ledger, it's around one ledger line. If I were gonna use actual letters, it would be C, D, E, 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 D, E, D, C, D, E, D, C. But that's not what I want us to do right now. We're not labeling pitch names. We're gonna learn how to put in the solfege pitch names. So there are two ways you can label pitches on a staff. You can use letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or you can use our solfege pitch names, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We are actually just gonna start out very simply as a review, and for those of you that are new to choir, we're gonna start out using just do, re, and mi. It's the first three stepping up, okay? So if we sang up to do, re, mi, and then came back down, mi, re, do. Okay, the same concept happens as we move up the staff and moving down the staff. So I wanna point out to you, first of all, this melody that I have on the board, it's in 4/4 time. That means there's gonna be 4 beats in every measure, okay? But it's in the key of C. And the reason I know that is because here in the beginning of this melody, we don't have any of these or these. These are called flats and sharps. And if you have them at the beginning of a melody, they're in what we call a key signature. We're not gonna talk about key signatures today. That's a little more complicated. So we're gonna wait to talk about these, but what you need to know is that this is in the key of C, and what that tells us is that it's a scale based on C, where C is the most important pitch. It's what we call the tonal center. So that's why C is going to be do. So just like if we were in a different key, say we were in the key of E, E is the tonal center, so E is where do would be. That is that concept of movable do that we talked about last week. If you're in the key of A is going to be do, okay? But we're in the key of C, so middle C, wherever C is, that's where do is gonna be on the staff, so that's how we find our starting pitch, okay? Where do is. So this is a do. If we look all the way across, we see there's another ledger line here, a note with a ledger line, and another note with one ledger line here. So those are all do's. It's gonna start on do and it's gonna end on do. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go and label the rest of the pitches. If this is do, one step up above do, in the space above this line note, is re. One step up above the space to the first line of the staff is mi. Notice that here and here, they're both around the first line. So these are actually repeated pitches. So this is gonna be mi, that's gonna be mi. Then we step down to hanging below the staff, so we go down to re. Remember, if you're going up the staff, it's do, re, mi. If you come down the staff, you're going backwards, mi, re, do, you're coming down. So we came down to re, we step right back up to that first line, which is mi. So any note around this first line is mi, okay? So if I wanted to, I could just look for mi's. There's one, okay? But I'm just gonna do this one at a time. We step back down to re, there's stepping back down to do. We step back up to re, up to mi, and then down to re and down to do. So that's what you're gonna be doing as an assignment. You're gonna actually be filling in your solfege pitches. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually read through this right now, and there are two things you have to keep in mind. You have to read the correct rhythm, half notes, quarter notes, okay? But then you also have to read the pitches. I'm not gonna sing, my voice is a little off today, so I'm kind of losing it. I'm not gonna sing these pitches, but I am gonna say this in rhythm, okay? And you can say it along with me. Ready? And do, re, mi, 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 re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. So the ones that are just circles that aren't colored in, those are those half notes where I hold them for 2 beats. So that's why I did that. Let's do that one more time. Ready? And do, re, mi, 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 re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. We're going to be working towards singing melodies like this. But right now, I want you to be able to label the pitches, which is what you're going to be practicing this week. You do have a sight reading factory assignment, but what you're going to be doing is just a rhythm. You're not doing the pitches with it, okay? So we're not doing that yet. But you do have the assignment where you have to label the pitches using solfege. So if you have any questions about this or you need any help, just shoot me a text via Remind or send me an email.